Hey everybody, it's the Library Lady with you today with another great book on What's the Story. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're a first timer, make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these great books that I've been featuring on my channel, The Library Lady. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, and I hope you'll enjoy today's story. Some of you know that this channel was created at the onset of COVID. As a former parent and teacher and mom, I just felt like it was a great way to share great titles with you. And I love to share my passion for reading, giving you little ideas about what books are out there and what you can do with the books. So make sure you stay tuned after the preview to learn a little bit about the story. So without any further ado, today's book is Fletcher and the Falling Leaves. Now this is a great fall book. It's by Rawlinson, put out by Green Willow Books in 2006. I'm telling the story of Fletcher. As you can see, Fletcher is here catching the leaves, and he begins to be a little worried and concerned as more and more leaves start to fall. And he even takes it so far as to try to put the leaves back on the tree. And he does come to realize the beauty that fall brings and the falling season of winter as well. It's a fabulous read. Kids really love this book. It's one I've done in the classroom before. So we'll take a little look at what the book sounds like, a little book look, shall we? And then talk about some activities. Love the picture here of this nice fall tree. Depending on where you live in the world, you may or may not have access to some trees like this. So it's a great book to show kids, especially if you're in an area where there are not a lot of fall changing kind of trees. The world was changing. Each morning when Fletcher bounded out of the den, everything seemed just a little bit different. The rich green of the forest was turning to a dusty gold, and the soft swishing sound of summer was fading to a crinkly whisper. Fletcher's favorite tree looked dull, dry, and brown. Fletcher was beginning to get worried. I think my tree is sick, said Fletcher. What's wrong with it? His mother asked. Its leaves are turning brown, said Fletcher. Don't worry, it's only autumn, she said. Fletcher ran back to his tree and patted the rough bark. Don't worry, it's only autumn, he said. You'll be feeling better soon. And I'll kind of stop there. But I love the word choices, as you noticed on this beginning page, like crinkly whisper, a dusty gold, a lot of description if you try this with older readers. But I also like the introduction of autumn in there as well, because it's important kids know autumn and fall are interchangeable terms. And this is just a sweet picture of him patting the tree. So a couple of things that you can do, of course, is to make some fall trees. And so one example might be to make a tree, get a tree outline, and you can use things like circles to stamp into paint. So you can use your fingers to do some finger painting. If you want, you can even fold your paper into 4 sections, as a quadrant here. And then on each section, paint what a tree might look like in spring, summer, fall, and winter if you want to cover all the seasons. You can find a lot of leaf templates online and have your child color them and then do different activities with them, like sorting how many do you have, or go out and find real leaves if you have that access to sort them and then graph them and things like that. There's some great songs like autumn leaves are falling down, or autumn leaves are falling to the ground. There's a lot of different songs about leaves too and falling, and those can be a lot of fun to sing with your kids. I always enjoy the little window clings. Our kids love decorating. I just got these on Amazon, and you can peel them off and then stick them to your windows or doors or whatnot, and they are fun to decorate. You can think like a scientist, go out and find some leaves, whether they're changing or not, and talk about what a scientist does in terms of observation and measuring, and have your child draw the leaf. Measure the size of it, use some describing words. What does it look like? How does it feel? What color is it? And use some of those descriptive words that a scientist might do. And then, like I said, if you want to find a bunch, to go ahead and sort and classify. Are you going to classify them by their shape or their color or their size, and talk a little bit about that. So another final little thing that I would add is you can also get a tree chalk, and you can write a rhyme like at, that's what we call it. And then the onset is that beginning part. So if you write at each one of your leaves, and you could use one of the leaves from here, can be a new word like cat, bat, mat, fat, rat, and you can make little rhyme trees. And those can be a lot of fun. You can use them with digraphs, which are TH, SH, WH, those kinds of things, and make a WH tree. So a couple different things. If you have an older reader, You can, of course, talk a lot about description and describing fall and do some rating with imagery and what comes to mind as you visualize fall and how do you connect to that season. So I hope you check out Fletcher and the Falling Leaves. It's a great story. It's a good time to enjoy fall books. Thanks so much. Happy reading.